What's up, wrestling fans? Really sad news about Chavo Guerrero Sr. passing away. I did not know this happened until just now. I'm actually in the middle of the birthday party, or not birthday party, but a birthday thing and shoveling and all these things. So I just wanted to make a real quick video to say my condolences to the Chavo, to the Guerrero family. And Chavo Guerrero Sr., man. So many great matches that I didn't find out about Chavo Guerrero Sr. until... Oh, my hair is like a mess. I was just shoveling. I didn't find out about Chavo Guerrero Sr. until probably towards the late 90s when, it's a kind of a funny story. I tried to order a couple of VHS tapes of Chavo Guerrero, and I checked marked the boxes and ordered Chavo Guerrero da-da-da, and they came, and they were like old tapes of like it might have been in Mexico or Puerto Rico, I forget where the wrestling was. I think it was Mexico. And I got these tapes as like a 13-year-old, and I'm just like, what the hell is this? This is Chavo. This isn't Chavo. And then I figured out, his dad's legacy and stuff. And that's how I learned about Chavo Guerrero Sr. I mean, we're talking about 1996, I think, or 1997. And it's kind of just a little funny story that I have about him. But really, rest in peace, Chavo Guerrero Sr. This guy was a freaking legend. He was 68 years old. Of course, he was the older brother of Eddie Guerrero and the father of Chavo Guerrero Jr., and Chavo Guerrero Jr. went on Instagram to send out a tribute to his dad, and it looks like this. And it's very nice on Instagram. Look at that, man. That's the man right there. Also known as Chavo Classic, Chavo Guerrero Sr. He debuted in 1970 and performed all over the world. Numerous championship title wins to his name. In 2004, Chavo worked for the WWE in a feud alongside Chavo Jr. and Eddie. He also won the WWE Cruiserweight Championship, becoming the oldest to do so. In 2016, Chavo appeared on Lucha Underground in a feud between Rey Mysterio and Chavo Guerrero Jr. Rest in peace, sir, and thank you for your sacrifice and your service and for entertaining and for everything. And now, into the news around the wrestling world.
Now available, the newest podcast from Joe Cronin Show and JD from New York. We are the Beer Goons. We drink and talk beer, sports, wrestling, music, politics, the everyday bullshit that we experience in our everyday lives. And we are now available on iTunes and Podbean. Subscribe to Beer Goons, leave us a 5-star rating on iTunes, leave us a comment, and let us know if you are a fucking goon. Oh!
John Cena was recently asked if he's past his freaking prime. There's a lot of stuff today, and by the way, I'm going to be giving my WWE Elimination Chamber, my predictions. I'm trying to think of the friggin' word. I'm going to give my predictions in a few, and I will let you know what those are. But for right now, just a few little tidbits I wanted to get to. Had to get that Chavo Guerrero Sr. thing right at the beginning because that guy was influential. As I said, I ordered that tape by accident. When I got that tape from Chavo Guerrero Sr., I was upset at first because I was like, this ain't the Chavo I was looking for. But then I realized I found out it was his dad and everything. And this was before that was exposed, I think, in WCW and whatever. But be that as it may, I enjoyed studying a wrestler for like weeks at the time. Recently, I think my first one was $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase because I loved the way he sold. And the next one was accidentally Chavo Guerrero Sr. for about a week. And so I'll never forget that time. And it's just legit. I wish I could have told Chavo that when we had him on the show, but that's a true story. John Cena, remember I brought this up to people before, that somebody was calling and saying, how many years do you think John Cena has left? John Cena and Tom Brady are getting the whole, like, are they retiring soon thing? And they're both like, what are you talking about? Tom Brady's not retiring if he can help it for at least 5 years. And I believe the same for John Cena, not retiring for at least 5 years, if not more than that. John Cena says, I am far from retiring. I feel like I am physically at my best. I don't think it's any secret, anybody, that this is what I love to do, and I am far from over. I am so proud that I'm still able to do this after 16 championships. I will always say that my greatest match is my next one. A lot of folks in the WWE say that maybe I am past my prime. I've lost a step. That creates a giant chip on my shoulder. I want to showcase for everyone that I am still the best. And this is something that you have to give Cena credit for. I have crapped on John Cena. I have gone full Bruce Blitz on John Cena, you know, from my 2011 all the way back to my 2009 channel. 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. All those years, I buried with disgust John Cena. I buried this guy. I crapped on him. I was disgusted by him, and I just peed all over him. It was incredible, the type of hate and shade I threw at John Cena. But I gotta admit, ever since the younger guys come up, he's adapted. That's the biggest thing. If you get John Cena against Randy Orton, it's almost like John Cena wrestles up to his opponent. John Cena, I've just realized it now. John Cena wrestles up to his opponent's ability, or not maybe up to, maybe doesn't equal it, but he wrestles towards it, right? So if John Cena is wrestling Randy Orton, we know that both of those guys can be a bit exciting, but they can also be boring at times. And they also have their regular moves that's all they do. So when you get Cena versus Randy Orton, that's why you tend to get a more boring match. I've seen it already, because they've done everything. Meanwhile, when John Cena takes on AJ Styles, John Cena's game raises, and everybody looks better because of it. And if you get John Cena versus Batista, well, we know what happens then. And even Triple H, when we get John Cena versus Triple H, we know that there's some kind of spark there. Despite the fact that the wrestling match may not be the epic showdown that we see between AJ and Cena, the psychological game of John Cena equaling Triple H becomes much better. It's almost like John Cena is one of the X-Men that can take someone else's powers. It's the opposite of what some other people do. Like Bret the Hitman Hart, whenever he got in the ring with someone, he made the match better because he made it so believable. You just believed everything that was going on. Bret Hart always elevated a match, but it was different. John Cena doesn't really elevate, but he harnesses what the other guy has to offer, and he sucks it in and almost gains their abilities in some way. But never 100%. But you know what I mean? This is a weird discussion and point to make, but I think if you think about it, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know, John Cena versus Mark Henry, what's going to happen there? Crap. You know, AJ Styles versus Mark Henry might make the match look a lot better. Shawn Michaels versus Mark Henry might make the match look a lot better. I think you see where I'm getting at. He says, on AJ Styles, he says, AJ has pushed the envelope, spoken his mind, and really challenged me. Testament to AJ. I think he is one of, if not the best, superstar to step in the WWE ring on a nightly basis, says John Cena about AJ Styles. I couldn't agree more. And again, I have slammed John Cena to no end. I have slammed this guy. But one thing that you can't deny, John Cena is a freaking beast, a freaking machine, and to this, right now, according to what I'm looking at on the roster, John Cena is one of the best promos. You may not like what his promos are, you may not like what he says, but when he grabs that microphone, he gets demonstrative, and he gets to the point, and he nails it most of the time now, not saying he did always. And again, I have beaten him to the ground. But I refuse to just continue beating somebody when they're doing better work. Just because I was sick of him. And I never thought that I would come to this point of accepting him somewhat. And I have. I'm more upset at Roman Reigns now than Cena. But anyway, that's my sort of little rant, my little point on John Cena. This source is from Sky Sports Wrestling Inc.com. Sorry, I just had to text Leah something. All right, I think I almost had a heart attack. I just was outside shoveling snow for like an hour, or 2 hours actually, to be honest. Thank you, everybody, that's coming out to monetize this last night. We had a blast. It was a fun time. Also want to thank everybody who's downloading the Beer Goons podcast, available now on iTunes. Go to iTunes, type in Beer Goons, or go to Podbean, which is beergoons.podbean.com, and you can get it there. It's my son's birthday today, so we're just kind of going to do that deal. But I will be back with more wrestling videos today. I may even have some other videos available for other. Well, there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed whatever the hell it was I just did about this John Cena news. I just thought what he said was interesting, and it was interesting to talk about Cena. Hope you guys can download Beer Goons. Hope you can click the subscribe button down below. Don't miss my constant videos about WWE news and crap. And we'll be going live tonight. I believe I'm going to try to go live tonight for UFC. I'm going to try to get JD from New York to come on here with me for the UFC. I don't know. He might be actually going out to the bar, having a drink, watching the stuff. I don't know. But more information to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Hit me up on Twitter at Joe Cronin JCS. Joe Cronin Show. Close. Just remind you guys, monetize this. Episode 98 was 4 hours long, and it's available right now. Go check it out. I also wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Tommy NC 2010. If you guys haven't seen this video that me and him did about a year ago, it's about an hour-long podcast sort of thing, and I think you guys might enjoy it. I'm going to put it up on the screen at the end of this video here, and here's a sample.
I'll show you what I'm talking about.
If it's good, I'll put it up, but I'll let you know.
Well, I'm kind of typing personal information here.
Well, I won't put that up. If I see your dick, I'm out of here.
I would pay decent money to watch Kevin Owens versus Brock Lesnar, and that would be a hell.
All you gotta do is pay $9.99, Tommy. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta pay decent. You just gotta pay the $9.99.
Whistle to his throat and say, "If you don't give me the streak, I'm gonna quit on you."
I'm gonna kill you if you do that again. It is not what Lesnar sounds like. Is that what Lesnar sounds like to you? What the hell is that?
But, you know, I was expecting Dave Bautista to come back and be like this big buff machine. What do I get? You know, no more steroid use, cutting back on the steroids, hasn't been wrestling in a while, and he's getting thrown around that ring and just...
You're mad that he wasn't on steroids?
Wrestlers go out and they show their other talents, and they're like...
Well, so what about Batista, though? He was in fucking the biggest movie almost of the year.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie yet, but, you know...
You didn't see Galaxy fucking... You don't see Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, I have not seen it yet.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I find myself looking at the movie and I think, do I want to waste an hour of my life watching this? And I'm thinking, it did go to theaters, technically.
It did go to theaters, technically. It was one of the biggest movies of the year. What is wrong with you? You got a fucking Godzilla poster behind you.
Okay, Godzilla was a good movie.
What do you want, drugs?
Too much, and I said the Joker is the kind of guy who would walk up to you, slit your throat, and then blow your brains out, and then sticks his finger into your bullet wound, and then licks it and says, tastes like strawberry.
Wow.
That's the kind of person the Joker is. He will, slit your throat, do that, and then pull your tongue out and say, ooh, a necktie.
What comic did he do that in?
That's just how I imagine the Joker is.
So that's no. So that's your Joker.
Had a decent conversation. He's like, we have to do this more, Tommy. We do. I need to call you more. I need to remember to call you. And I said, no, Grampy, I need to remember to call you. And we talked. I told him I loved him, and he told me he loved me. And I said, I'll see you, Grampy. And I hung up the phone, and I said to myself, I gotta call him more. I gotta. And no less than I said I was gonna call him.
Yeah.
My mom calls me, and I'm getting ready to go into work, and she says, Grampy died this morning, and I was in my store, and I just broke down.
So much. I care about them both so much. There's so much. Star Trek and Star Wars are like football and baseball, Tommy. The reason why they're like football and baseball is because back in Star Wars, and you're gonna go to murder. I knew it. I knew you were gonna go to murder. You are a psychopath. I love it. I love it. That's why you like Godzilla, because Godzilla's killing everyone. And you like Zombieland because the zombies are killing them and they're killing zombies. Oh, I figured it out. You get the Joker on the wall, he kills people. You like people killing people.
Hi, Billy Mays here with a product called Debbie Gone. All you do is spray it on the corpse and the smell goes away. Watch it. I'll spray it on me. The smell will go away.
Well, I think he wanted to spray some cocaine on himself. I think that would have been a little bit better. You might have woken up for that. You spray some cocaine around, the body just shoot right up. Don't miss the over 1 hour chat between Joe Cronin and Tommy NC 2010 in this pretty crazy chat and sit down as we do a show talking about life, games, movies, wrestling, and everything in between. Today, Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Get ready for over an hour of pretty bizarre entertainment.
Listen to the entire interview here.